Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, my name's Shawn, and here I share all things homemaking, like cooking, decorating, and DIY projects. I'm all about creating a beautiful and spectacular home and life on a budget. Today I'm in the kitchen making my January cupcakes of the month. I wanted to share this recipe with you early in case anyone was looking for a quick and easy dessert to whip up for the new year. You can find this recipe on my blog, she'sinherelement.com, or by following the link in the description box below. All right, guys, let's get this recipe going.
Go on now, be good, be fine, live your life.
For the cupcakes, we are just going to make the batter as stated on the back of the package. However, instead of adding the water to the cake, we are going to substitute that with our champagne. Now, you can also use rosé, you can also use prosecco. You can think outside the box. You could use a limoncello liqueur, you could use a raspberry liqueur. That's one of the best things about picking a white cake box mix is it is such a basic flavor. It's white cake, like, there just really is no flavor. It's like a blank canvas, if you will, that you can manipulate and change using whatever flavors you wanna add, whatever flavors you wanna put in, whatever flavors you have on hand. I think, however, for New Year's, using the champagne is just the next level. It is an unexpected delight. The cupcakes are not only delicious and moist and fluffy, but it has that very faint champagne flavor that makes you go, "Wow, what is that?" And I really like that in a cupcake. I don't want something that's overwhelming, and this is not an overwhelming flavor. It's not like you're drinking a glass of champagne when you take a bite of this cupcake. It's a very subtle flavor, but it's there, and that is one of the reasons I love this recipe so much. I have my oven preheating, and I am busting out my favorite cupcake liners, my brown paper ones. I will include that link below. I love them. They're great for any and every occasion. I really like them because they're tall, and that makes a whole big difference, especially with this type of a cupcake, because this cupcake actually rises quite a bit. They remind me of popovers when they are all cooked. They are absolutely adorable, but I really, really do like these muffin liners. I am not an affiliate. I am just passing on from one friend to another an amazing product. You get your money's worth, that's for sure. I am going to fill each cupcake holder with 2 scoops of the batter. I find that that's the perfect ratio for this size baking cup. If you don't have anything with high sides like this and you're using a regular muffin liner, just fill it halfway. Otherwise, they're really going to rise. Then you run the risk of them touching. And when you go to take them out of the pan, they're going to be stuck to each other and break apart. And it just makes them look yucky. So, regular cupcake liners, fill halfway. If you have these great high ones, go 2/3 with it. Once all the batter is in the liners, I am going to put it in the preheated oven and I am going to bake it for between 20 and 22 minutes at 350 degrees. That time will vary for everyone depending upon your exact size of the cupcake. So always default to the toothpick test. Once they finish baking and my toothpick does pull out clean, I'm going to actually set them on a baking rack to let the air circulate around them and let them cool down. You can't frost them until they're cooled. So we're going to get them on the rack and let them sit there. While they're sitting there, we will make the frosting and then we'll be ready to go. I've cleaned up my mixture and now we're going to start the frosting. When it comes to using butter for baking, I buy really good butter. I don't skimp on it. I think it makes all the difference in the world. So right now I'm just going to add some butter that's room temperature into my stand mixer. I am going to whip that until the butter is nice and creamy. Then I am going to add some champagne and I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons and work up from there. You can adjust it as you want. Start off slow to incorporate that champagne into the butter. It will splash around. Once it's incorporated, I'm going to start adding the powdered sugar and I'm going to do it 1 cup at a time until it's whipped up the way I want. I'm going to sample it here and there so I can taste the ratio of sweetness to champagne, get it exactly where I want it. And for me, I find that it is best to use a nice dry champagne. You don't want a real sweet champagne because then I find it's too sweet with the cupcake. Might just be my preference on it, but I'm just sharing how I like it. I think a nice dry champagne works best and gives the best results. The frosting is done, the cupcakes are cooled. Now comes the fun part of just decorating them. I like to use disposable piping bags, and You've seen me do this before, but I will show you again. You drop your tip into the sealed piping bag, push it down as far as you can go so it is in there snug and cannot slide down anymore. Roll your scissors around that tip in a circle and pull it off, and boom, you have a perfect vessel for putting your frosting on. It's going to come out that tip. It's not going to ooze. It's not going to make a mess. It's perfect every single time. I am just going to do a simple frosting technique onto each of these cupcakes. Nothing fancy. The flavor's fancy enough. And then I'm going to add some sprinkles. You can add whatever you want to the tops of these. You could add a gold sprinkle or a silver sprinkle, silver beads or gold beads. You could put real fun pics in there specifically for New Year's that look like fireworks, or the possibilities are endless for decorating them. I am going to keep it completely simple. I want it simple. I just want a little bit of sugar on the top. So I'm going to use some white sugar and just a teeny little bit of pink for some color. And these cupcakes are done. They are delicious. They are light. They are airy. They are so good. You control the level of champagne taste you want in them. But I am telling you, oh my Lord, this is a delicious recipe. Well, y'all, I hope your holiday season has been going great, and I wish you nothing but blessings and prosperity going into the new year. Heck, I wish that for all of us. I want to thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to pop down in the description box below. You'll find the link over to my blog. Get your copy of this recipe for your recipe files. And if you want to make this as a last minute addition to your New Year's Eve evening, go right ahead. Look at how fast we just made this. The video is done and over, and I will see you guys in 2024. Happy New Year, y'all. Bye.